প্রিয় দর্শক, আশা করছি সবাই খুব ভালো আছেন। সার্ফ এক্সেল প্রেজেন্টস দীপ্ত ডি বক্সে আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। ফিফা বিশ্বকাপ এখন পৌঁছে গেছে কোয়ার্টার ফাইনালে। প্রতিটি ম্যাচেই থাকবে নতুন নতুন গল্প, নতুন নায়ক, নতুন চমক। এবারের বিশ্বকাপ যেন প্রমাণ করে দিচ্ছে নকআউট পর্বে কোনো দলই অজেয় নয়। তবে আজকের দীপ্ত ডি বক্স একটু ব্যতিক্রম। শুধু বিশ্বকাপের গল্প নয়, আজকে আমরা কথা বলবো বাংলাদেশের ফুটবলের ভবিষ্যৎ নিয়েও। আমাদের সাথে রয়েছেন বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ফুটবল দলের নতুন প্রধান কোচ মিস্টার থমাস ডুলি, একজন সাবেক বিশ্বকাপ ফুটবলার, বিশ্বকাপে যুক্তরাষ্ট্র দলের অধিনায়ক, ইউর্গেন ক্লিন্সম্যানের সহকারী কোচ এবং এখন বর্তমান সময়ে বাংলাদেশের ফুটবলের নতুন স্বপ্নের স্থপতি। বিশ্বকাপের অভিজ্ঞতা, বাংলাদেশের সম্ভাবনা আর আগামী দিনের পরিকল্পনা সবকিছু নিয়েই আজকের বিশেষ আয়োজন। দর্শক, চলুন শুরু করা যাক।
নতুন সার্ফ এক্সেল এক্সপার্ট হোয়াইট, যার হোয়াইটেনিং বুস্টার্স কঠিন দাগ দূর করে আর সাদা কাপড়কে করে 5 শেড পর্যন্ত সাদা। আসল হোয়াইট মানে এক্সপার্ট হোয়াইট।
Mr. Thomas, how are you and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much. How are you finding Bangladesh? Do you enjoying here?
I haven't too much time to go out, so I be most of the time in a hotel or maybe in the office. So it's I'm in and out. So I went 2 weeks back to, or a week back to the Philippines, and so I came back. There's a lot of work that I have to do behind the scene, and coming over here to those beautiful places and talking to you guys. I haven't seen a lot so far, but I'm gonna change. I'm going back to find an apartment, Guljan or some places. So and then I might have a chance to see more parks and some places where I can get something to eat.
Of course. So let's talk about the FIFA World Cup 2026. Okay. So it's time for our quarterfinal. It's starting from this midnight. So 6 of the 8 quarterfinalists are European teams. So does this World Cup can prove that Europe is still setting the highest tactical standard in world football?
I hope so. I mean, it is obviously that it's always, if most of the time, if it's the tournament is in South America, South American team wins. Is it in Europe? It's the European team wins. And I must say that there are some surprises over here too with Norway. Also England, nobody expected the English team going that far, but I'm very impressed of the performance that they have. And that comes from the coach and from Kane and some great players that they have. And one is maybe interesting, I don't know if it came over here, but they had in England, they always looked up to the teams who won the World Cup and want to play like them. And the German coach, Tuchel, he said, no, we play like we play in England. Be yourself and trying to do what you do best at home. Try to do that in the World Cup and you see what's happening. It's amazing.
But see, Brazil, Germany, Netherlands, Portugal, and USA as well, already out of the tournament. So which elimination surprised you the most till now?
Maybe Brazil. So Germany wasn't a surprise for me because I know what's behind the scene, and if you're losing the locker room, that you don't have a positive environment in your locker room, you cannot be successful, and that's a problem for Germany in the last decades. You know, last 3 World Cups we didn't do well, and that always was the same problem. And now I hope that they're gonna learn something from it. But with Brazil or US, is maybe similar a little bit. That I was thinking about they going all the way through the way that they played in the beginning, but you can see those group stages are not so intense like the stages that we have right now, and sometimes it's eye-opening, and with the support and from the US, from the fans, it's amazing. I was thinking that they would have done a better job against Belgium, but Belgium is a great team. I mean, small country, but amazing what they do. So, and then Brazil was something that I was surprised for me that one game that I watched in the first half, they didn't do anything. In the second half, they start playing football and the way that they looking for the one-on-one, and that's why they have individual good players, and I haven't seen it in this World Cup. I don't know, it cannot be just Neymar because he was injured, but they have some other problems.
Yes, but Vinicius Junior or Neymar, we can say that these 2 names are like synonym for hope and power, but they couldn't make it as well.
Yeah, it's not. That's why for me it was the biggest surprise. I mean, obviously with my new employment here was like more focusing on Bangladesh, even than as a World Cup, and then the games are middle in the night, and sometimes I'd be up all night and still have to do something during the day. But so I didn't follow too much insight, but I knew that there is an issue that they have between coaches and between Neymar and like I said, if you are not in sync with your locker room and there's no positive energy, then you cannot be successful. That is the key. You have to create something like that. What Argentina has,
yes,
that's amazing. What England has right now, and that's what I like.
And they're playing England or Norway or Argentina especially. They're playing like one, just as a team, a whole team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay. Japan, South Korea, and now several Asian teams have improved significantly. I think you agree with me. And yet none has reached the World Cup semi-finals. So why do you think Asian football still struggles to make that final lap?
One thing is, let's start it the other way around. Why is Asia now with Japan and those teams stepping up? Because most of them playing in Europe. A lot of the teams are playing in Europe, where the best leagues at the moment is. And the issue, or not the issue, but one of the reasons I think it's about the culture. That we are missing in Asia, that we are missing in the United States, the culture that we have in Europe and we have in South America with Argentina. Look at the kids in school. Look at how they admire those teams, those players, and you see even in Bangladesh.
Yes, and since childhood, they're dreaming to be a footballer.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what didn't happen in Asian teams so far. Look in Bangladesh. How many people are fans of Argentina and Brazil, but they don't have a chance to, or they don't have the infrastructure to play the game and thinking about, I want to be a player. I don't just want to be a fan of Argentina. I want to be a player for Bangladesh, and that's something that we need to twist a little bit and finding the right way.
That's a tough job for you, I think, now.
Don't put it on me now.
No. I'm just joking.
We are doing our stuff, so
yes.
And we have to be successful.
Of course.
And that's something we have to be successful, creating players who play outside the country, getting the experience like the other Asian teams, like in Korea or maybe in Japan, and that they are growing up internally in a situation where they have a strong league and they can actually having more players that they can pick to. And again, it's the best thing is the locker room. You can achieve so much if you have a function team where everybody fights for everyone, where everybody plays for everyone, and Argentina where everybody plays for Messi.
Yeah, that's make the change. And okay, let's come to another point, that what has impressed you the most in this World Cup for tactical discipline, athleticism, mentality, or something else?
It is proven again that you have to be mentally prepared. The mentality, and that's about my book about that stuff. Yes. Because you have 4 pillars: technique, tactic, fitness, and the mentality. And the mentality most likely is not trained, but it plays in every role. When you have a team, that the team they never give up, the attitude that they have on the field, the team spirit that they have, has everything to do with the mentality. And if it's England playing in Mexico, when it's so difficult, not just because of the heat, it's because of the air. It's a high altitude. You can't breathe anymore. I played 2 times there. It is amazing. After 20 minutes, you can't breathe anymore. But when you are winning, like what they did, and when they have this kind of a unit on the field where everybody runs and fights and they're scoring, in 1 minute they're scoring 2 goals, that gives you so much power, mental power, that you say, I can't give up. I have to do those extra runs. And if I'm 2-0 behind, then your body actually sinks, and that's all has something to do with your thinking, what you have in your brain. Look at Argentina. They never gave up. They know we have 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, or 11 minutes, when they stepping up, fighting, and then somebody actually steps up like Messi, and he can make a decision in a split of a second. And that is something that you can only work when you have a team where everybody works.
That's true. But many traditional favorites have struggled, while the team like I have said that Norway, like Morocco, have exceeded expectations. Is modern football becoming more balanced than ever after?
Yeah, it's just you have stars in those teams. Now France with Mbappe and then Haaland in Norway. So you could see from the fans in what they're doing after the game, after the win, with them rowing and stuff. So you could see that they are also in sync. And if you have 2-3 players who are really outstanding and the rest are like, Indians, they just work hard, you can achieve so much because it's function. And that's a big surprise here, that Norway goes all the way through. But you have one guy up front, he needs 2 chances to score 2 goals and just give him the ball. And that's what makes a decision, makes it different.
Yes. So, Mr. Thomas, now it's our time to witness the fan moment of our Bangladesh. So, let's do it.
নতুন সার্ফ এক্সেল এক্সপার্ট হোয়াইট, যার হোয়াইটেনিং বুস্টার্স কঠিন দাগ দূর করে আর সাদা কাপড়কে করে 5 শেড পর্যন্ত সাদা। আসল হোয়াইট মানে এক্সপার্ট হোয়াইট।
প্রিয় দর্শক, বিশ্বকাপ শুধু মাঠের লড়াই নয়, সমর্থকদের মিলন মেলার এক নতুন নাম। আজকের সার্ফ এক্সেল ফ্যান অফ দ্য ডেতে থাকছে ঢাকার ড্যাফোডিল ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ইউনিভার্সিটির এক ব্যতিক্রমী বিশ্বকাপ আয়োজন, যেখানে আর্জেন্টিনা থেকে আসা এক ডিজেও যোগ দিয়েছিলেন বিশ্বকাপের উৎসবে। ফুটবল কিভাবে ভাষা, সংস্কৃতি আর দেশের সীমানা পেরিয়ে মানুষকে এক করে তোলে, তারই এক সুন্দর উদাহরণ আজকে আমরা দেখব।
ফুটবল বিশ্বকাপের ম্যাচ দেখা উপলক্ষে ড্যাফোডিল বিশ্ববিদ্যালয় প্রাঙ্গণে যেন নেমে এসেছিল ছোট্ট এক আর্জেন্টিনা। বড় পর্দায় খেলা দেখা, প্রিয় দলের জার্সিতে শত শত সমর্থকের উপস্থিতি, গান, উল্লাস আর বিশ্বকাপের উৎসব সব মিলিয়েছিল দারুণ এক পরিবেশ। এই আয়োজনের বিশেষ আকর্ষণ ছিলেন আর্জেন্টিনা থেকে আসা একজন ডিজে, যিনি বাংলাদেশের সমর্থকদের সঙ্গে মিশে উদযাপন করেছেন বিশ্বকাপের আবেগ। ফুটবল যে ভাষা, সংস্কৃতি আর ভৌগোলিক দূরত্বের সীমা পেরিয়ে মানুষকে এক সুতোয় গেঁথে দিতে পারে, এই আয়োজন যেন তারই জীবন্ত উদাহরণ। এই ফুটবল ভালোবাসাই আজকের সার্ফ এক্সেল ফ্যান অফ দ্য ডে।
That's great. That's exactly what football looks like in Bangladesh. People gather in universities, public spaces, and stadiums just to watch the FIFA World Cup together. Football is much more than a sport here. It's emotion, identity, and a celebration. After seeing this incredible passion, how excited you to begin your journey here?
Very exciting. I was surprised. I have to say I was surprised because when we traveled to San Marino, and I said it once in a post that if somebody thinks that is just an easy ride because that's a team in the lowest ranking, and if they think it's easy to go because they are only 209 or whatever that is wrong. So when we came to the airport. And there were like cameras, 200 cameras there, and pictures and photographers and everything. I thought we are going to the World Cup and have World Cup games over there. It's amazing the enthusiasm and the dedication to be a fan for those teams, Argentina and Brazil. It's amazing. And like I said, I talked to everywhere. I hope that the fan base switches after the World Cup, switching over to come to us and help us, because you can see it in these games. How much the fans are a part of the game, and they can help, they can push, they can give the players confidence. And we are here to win games and make something incredible.
Of course,
we have 23 years, we haven't won anything.
Yes,
it's about time to do something.
Of course, finger crossed. But I want to know a lot of things about you for our audience. So tell me about your childhood once again.
Okay, I started playing when I was 9 and played in a little village, 800 people. We had in a village and 800 people. Every village or city we had a clubhouse, we had a field, we had a U12, U14, U16, U18, a men's team, second men's team, and over 35 team. in that little village. And every city had that, every village had that. So we played games, we trained twice a week. And when I was 18, I met the person. I played in the 11th division, the lowest divisions in the world. And I met somebody who said, you know, are you happy with your life? And I said, not really. He said, why not? Because I'm playing in the worst league and I'm working 8 hours a day. If I wanted $50 more, I have to wait 5 years or I have to kiss my boss's ass. And I don't want to do that. So in this case, you know, I'm not happy. And he said, come to my office. He was the director of the insurance company. He came over and he said, hey, Thomas, let's talk. So every 2 weeks, I had to come for 1 hour. He recharged my battery. I mean, I left that room. I could do anything. Yeah. Amazing. And then after 2-3 weeks, he says, Thomas, I know how you feel. You need to do something on your own. You know, you're coming over here, I motivate you, you go, you can do anything, and you go home, you don't do anything. So I started following his advice with everything. And 6 months later, I signed my professional contract. Amazing. And that's what I used as a basics for my whole life in my playing career. And I won almost everything: Championship, Bundesliga, second Bundesliga, third, UEFA Cup, German Super Cup, played 2 times in the World Cup, was in the US Hall of Fame.
This is
And then after that, I was thinking about why did that work out? And I implemented that in my coaching. And I did the same success with coaching. I never coached a big club, but I coached nationalities. They are not function, and I made them to get the biggest success with them.
So what convinced you that Bangladesh was the right place for your next challenge?
Because one thing is, I saw the team playing. I was wondering, why is this team only 180? And I thought first it is fitness. And then I saw the data, and the data is actually okay. That means they are willing to fight. And then I watched a little bit closer live games. And then I saw that they are actually the best, the easy to handle situations. They have problems in the back, making too many mistakes playing out of the back. They don't play football. I'm trying to teach them to play football because I like to play football. I don't like to chase football. So if you play football, you can be much more successful, and you have to make the fans happy. So that's something that we want to accomplish. We don't have the guys up front who can score goals, and we cannot actually bake us once in the next couple of months. We have to find somebody, and we have to put them into a position and train them that he can make something for us. So I'm very pleased with the first game that we played. We had an easy game against
San Marino,
Yeah, we had one game against the 23s, U23s. We made a lot of mistakes. We talked about it. And a couple of days later, we played at San Marino. And they almost fulfilled everything the way that they should. So that showed me also that they are willing to learn, willing to do the right thing. And that gives me so much hope that we can really move something over here.
Of course, it's really inspirational. I guess প্রিয় দর্শক, অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমরা যখন ওনার ছোটবেলার গল্পটা শুনছিলাম, আমার কাছে খুবই মানে সাহস লাগছিল যে অবশ্যই মানে এই যে একটা লক্ষ্য নিয়ে যখন একটা মানুষ লেগে থাকে, সেটা নিয়ে কাজ করতে থাকে, এবং ওই যে উনি বললেন যে একজন ওনাকে রিচার্জ করেছেন, বাট স্টিল উনি চাচ্ছিলেন যে কিভাবে আমি আমার জায়গাটা চেঞ্জ করতে পারি। আই থিঙ্ক এবং সান মারিনোর জয় নিয়ে আমরা যখন শুনলাম, আমরা কিন্তু আশায় বুক বাঁধতেই পারি আমাদের বাংলাদেশ ফুটবল টিম সামনের দিনগুলোতে অনেক ভালো জায়গায় যাবে। আবারও ফিরবো ওনার কাছে। Every national team reflects the personality of its coach. So what kind of football identity do you want Bangladesh to build under your leadership?
Yeah, like I said, I like to play football. So I like to play out of the back. I don't like to kick the ball up front and chasing it. So I like to play, and I like the system 4-2-3-1. That doesn't mean that we play defensively. So I like to, against a team that we can press, I would like to play pressing. But also those things that we have to learn, and we have to spend a lot of time together. But in general, I like to play the football that I played my whole life. And I think that it's very interesting for the fans, that we want to show the fans that we give everything on the field. We don't hold anything back. We want to fight, and that's what happened in San Marino. We told them that they are bigger, they are stronger, they are taller, and they don't play in a physical. Football is a body contact sport. If we have the ball, don't get in a body contact. If we don't have the ball, you have to fight. So, and that's what a sign. When we have the ball, you need to play. So I want them to play fast. So because that's the whole game that we want to play. And if we don't play, we have to play physically, and every single one pressing. And that's what we did also. So that's why I'm very pleased. Did we do everything right? Of course not. Everybody can make mistakes.
Of course, but if you had to describe the future of Bangladeshi football in just one sentence, what would the sentence be?
Excuse me?
If you have to describe the future of Bangladeshi football in just one sentence, what are you going to tell us?
Attractive style of playing football. So keeping possession and trying to exciting for the fans.
নতুন সার্ফ এক্সেল এক্সপার্ট হোয়াইট, যার হোয়াইটেনিং বুস্টার্স কঠিন দাগ দূর করে আর সাদা কাপড়কে করে 5 শেড পর্যন্ত সাদা। আসল হোয়াইট মানে এক্সপার্ট হোয়াইট।
So you have recently said that Bangladesh can qualify for the FIFA World Cup within 12 years. Hope for the best, and if the process continues properly. So why do you believe this is possible?
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
As long as the goal is realistic, we can achieve that. And to qualify for the World Cup is a realistic goal. There's a lot of work that has to be done, so we have to create players. I want to put something also together, like the development of the players, of the young players, that we can pick the best players and work with them. So we creating our stars, putting them outside, and if we can find some players who are developed also outside the country, like Hamza, players like him, they can make a big difference. If we can get 3-4 players like that into the team, when you look at the Sullivan kids, the brothers, they're like 4 players
Sullivan
in the
brothers.
US. The one is like, the value right now is $5 million, the other is $4.5 million. One played already for the United States. So if we can get those kind of players who are developed in other countries in football and coming back over here to us, then we can we can have so much groundwork already done for them to fight for the job in here, and then it's possible. We need a little bit luck for it, but if it's not going to move, then obviously it doesn't work. So there is a plan. And then you have
to work on it. Yes.
Now
let's focus on the quarterfinal. It's Morocco versus France. দর্শক আমি জানি যে বাংলাদেশে এই মুহূর্তে আসলে ফ্রান্স মরক্কো দুটো দলই হট ফেভারিট। সো দেখা যাক কোন দল মাঠের খেলায় উইন করে। And now Morocco has already shocked some of the world's biggest teams. So can they do it once again against France? What do you think?
I don't think so. I think France is still, individually better than Morocco. And I mean, this is an incredible team. The last World Cup also they played great. So it's something that they have to be they have to be careful, the French players. But France and Argentina and England are, in my opinion, maybe the best ones right now.
Okay, now let's come to the Spain and Belgium's match. Spain's possession football versus Belgium's direct transition game. Which approach gives a team a better chance in knockout football?
I think about Spain. I think, Belgium is also a very, very, very strong team in Europe. And
experienced team as well,
Yeah, they are in the last couple of years always one of the best in the rankings also. A very strong team, but I think that Spain is it's just a little bit better.
Now I need to have a little prediction, I guess. Norway versus England. Can Erling Haaland continue Norway's dream run, or will England's experience make the difference? It's Haaland versus Harry Kane, maybe.
Yeah, it is. And it is only, they know each other very well. They are only a couple miles apart over there in Europe. So I think also this one is for England. They got so much out of the game against Mexico. And I think that the hype is right there to get, like they always say, bring it home. So I think that this time they are closer, and they are not going home after this game. maybe the
Okay.
next one. But after this one, I don't think so.
And after the incredible comeback against Egypt, I'm talking about obviously Argentina. So, do you think Argentina have become mentally the strongest team left in this tournament?
Yeah. As long as Messi is there, the whole team works for him. He's everything. And if he wouldn't be playing anymore, then I think that Argentina is not that kind of a strong team anymore. Even if they are good, great players, but the team is different, and that is Messi.
Okay, so now let's have a very short rapid fire. You have to choose, you have to pick just one name, Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Messi.
Guardiola or Ancelotti?
Guardiola.
Bundesliga or Major League Soccer?
Bundesliga.
World Cup or Olympic football?
World Cup.
Hamza or Jamal? It's really tough.
Hamza or Jamal?
Hamza. Yeah?
Hamza.
Okay. And one word for Bangladeshi football.
There's a good future here.
Okay, so I have you can say it, a fun question, or just don't take it seriously. But yeah, Coach, here's a light-hearted one actually. You arrived in Bangladesh at a time when the country is going through a new chapter, new democratic government, and looking for fresh hope in football as well. So should we call it a coincidence, or did America send Bangladesh one of its football ambassadors? What do you think?
What was it? The real question again?
Okay, sure. So what do you think that should we call a coincidence or not? Or did America send Bangladesh one of its football ambassador? We're talking about you.
It's not a coincidence.
It's a
I'm
plan.
supposed to be here right now.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
So do you tell me, would you please tell me a prediction on that, on the next match is about France versus Morocco in one word?
In one word, very exciting game. It's going back and forth and back and forth. Will be like most of the time sprinting, counter-attacking. And for the fans, it's a beautiful game to watch.
Thank you so much. Maybe next time we could have a more conversation here. So thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Anytime.
থ্যাংক ইউ প্রিয় দর্শক, বিশ্বকাপ আমাদের শুধু সেরা দলকেই চেনায় না, আমাদের স্বপ্ন দেখাতেও শেখায়। আজকের বিশেষ পর্বে বিশ্ব ফুটবলের গল্পের পাশাপাশি আমরা শুনলাম বাংলাদেশি ফুটবলের আগামী দিনের রূপরেখাও, পরিকল্পনা, ধৈর্য, সঠিক বিনিয়োগ আর দীর্ঘমেয়াদী চিন্তা। এই চারটি বিষয় একসাথে এগোলে একদিন হয়তো বাংলাদেশের বিশ্বকাপ খেলার স্বপ্ন আর কল্পনা হয়ে থাকবে না। বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ফুটবল দলের নতুন প্রধান কোচ থমাস ডুলিকে আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ তাকে সময় দেওয়ার জন্য, আর বাংলাদেশের ফুটবল দলের জন্য রইল অনেক অনেক শুভকামনা। দর্শক, আজকের মতন বিদায় নিচ্ছি আমি ইন্দ্রাণী নিশি। দেখছিলেন সার্ফ এক্সেল প্রেজেন্টস দীপ্ত টি বক্স। গুড ইভিনিং, ভালো থাকবেন সবাই।